Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is my very first video in the month of January, the start of 2019. And I couldn't think of any better way to start the year than with my New Year's resolutions. I'm aware it is January 6th. We're already almost a full week into the month. But this is, however, the first Monday in January, so I think it counts. I just wanted to quickly say I am sorry for not uploading here recently. After I uploaded those last two videos where I thought everything was calming down, it went nuts. We got a phone call on Friday the 21st of December that my cousin Adriana was coming home. And this was after a full-on week of thinking she would have to have another surgery. It was very sporadic. We were all very confused. And she got to come home. And I cannot wait to film that whole video for you guys. I have just been waiting until after she had her checkup again, and that way I could give the full story and it would have some sort of a ending to it that wasn't an ongoing thing. I hope that makes sense. Another thing that happened is the drain in our basement is just not working. Even when we take showers now, the basement entirely floods. You can't use the washer at all. It will flood the floor no matter what type of load you put it on. We are still waiting on a plumber to come out and check that. Obviously, it was the holidays, and now we're back into regularly scheduled programming now that it's January. And you just kind of have to understand that people's schedules are different. And that's cool with me. You know, we work construction, so I understand the game. And we're still waiting on that. So everything in this house was completely dirty, and my husband and I spent the entirety of our Saturday, this past Saturday, washing everything we own at the laundromat in the next town over. Y'all, laundromats are expensive. I was a little shook. I was like, I think we dropped almost $100, but we also had like 28 loads of laundry. So it is what it is. And we washed and dried there. I didn't bring anything home to dry it because I just wasn't dealing with all that, because that's, no, you girl ain't doing that. No. I'll pay for the convenience of drying it there. So had a job interview on the 26th of December. I should find out this week whether or not I got that job. So I'll be going into more detail as I get into my New Year's resolutions about all of that. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of you who have supported me while I've been absent from YouTube, not posting anything. And if you've commented on my videos and you're not seeing that reciprocated, I am so terribly sorry. I normally watch all y'all's videos and comment, but like I said, it's been hectic and I haven't been doing that. But you guys can expect to see that coming back to your channels. Again, I am so sorry. Okay, I could continue to ramble. I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and jump on into the video. I have all of my goals for 2019 listed right here. And I know that I have been calling these my New Year's resolutions, and that's probably what this video is titled. But I want to quickly say that I don't call them that. I call them my intentions or my goals for the year. I just have been calling them resolutions because that's what they're most widely known as. So through the rest of this video, they're going to be called intentions. I didn't want y'all to get confused. Normally when I write these down, I will list them from what is most important to me to what is least important to me. I did not do this in this case except for number one. Number one always stays the exact same every year because I don't think you can stop growing in this area. You can't really stop growing in most of these areas, but that's the one that's most important to me. I'm trying to decide whether I want to go like this is number one, this is number two, or if I just want to open my mouth and start word vomiting. Let's go with the word vomit. I'm really good at that. Alright, I'm going to put that over there. The thing that makes the absolute top of my list every single year is to grow in my relationship with Christ. it's there every year. It's always the first thing that I write down. I want to spend this year being more intentional about the time that I'm spending in prayer. I really want to spend time doing outreach and getting more involved, whatever that looks like for me. I am praying for God's will in every area of my life and in my husband's life. It is very important to me. I want to spend more time in the Word. I want to have a dedicated Bible study here at our house. Just me and my husband, and my mom and my nana are still here, but they are leaving at the end of this month. And of course, I would like these Bible studies to continue over past just this month. So we're trying to figure out what day to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to start my morning better with prayer and thankfulness for just being woken up, and really dive into the Word first thing in the morning, setting the tone for the day. I do that. That's not uncommon for me to do, but it's not something that I'm extremely intentional about. And I want it to become second nature to reach for my Bible instead of my phone to check Facebook in the morning. I want that to be ingrained in me as a habit. And I don't think you can ever stop growing in your relationship with Christ, but I just want to continue to deepen my relationship and really walk in His perfect will for me in my life. And that's why one of the key words for this year for me and for my husband is consistency, and the other word is focus. And that has to do with every intention that we do have for this year. We want to maintain intense focus with unwavering consistency. Consistency is what creates the habit. And John and I have personality types that can be a little scatterbrained, and our focus can be divided very easily. And that's why focus is another key word. And like I said, it works with every single goal / intention that we have for this year. And with that being said, as far as consistency goes, I really want to grow my YouTube channel. I have been doing YouTube for over a year now. I did have a different channel, and I think, when did I start that channel? My first video was our husband and wife tag, and it was posted March 16th of 2017. Let's see what day my first video on the other channel was posted. It says 1 year ago. It was my diagnosis part 1. March 14th, 2017. I have been doing this for over a year now, but not consistently, which is why my growth has been not as dominant as others. And I also don't do as many collabs, but consistency is key. Consistency is how you build trust, because you have an audience, viewers, subscribers, and you say, I'm going to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They're expecting that video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when you don't do that, you're showing that person or whomever is watching that I can't trust this girl to show up. She says she's going to do that, but she doesn't really have a good track record of that. So you're not really building a relationship with that person, because relationships should be built off of communication and trust. And I have been very good at communicating why I have been gone after I come back, but I don't communicate it usually before I leave. And that was my goal when I started all this back up, because I was gone for a minute. And when I started everything back up, I was like, I'm going to be consistent. And then Adriana got sick, and it's like my whole world flipped on its top, and I wasn't posting regularly, and honestly it was driving me a little nuts, because I had made that vow to myself, and I do want to build this channel up. So this year I want to grow my YouTube channel, build lasting relationships with people, really engage with my subscribers and with people who watch my videos, because my analytics show that most people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you're one of those people who are currently watching this video and you're not subscribed and you do like my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you stick around. Moving straight along into my other intentions, they have to do with finances. My husband and I owned a construction company, which I have been vocal about on this channel. We no longer own that construction company. That was a career that we both had. So I worked it and he worked it. Now he has a career path that he's chosen, and that's the only income coming into this house in this current moment. So we went from 2 flourishing incomes to 1. And that's, I'm not gonna lie, that's very stressful. I have had a job interview, and I was supposed to find out this past Friday whether or not I got the job. And as I expected, it got a little bit pushed into this week. I didn't hear anything today, which is driving me bonkers. But I should hear this week. And I'm trying to be very intentional about how I approach this. I've just been praying that if it's for me, it will be. If it's not, it won't. And then a different door will be opened. That's how I'm having to look at everything in life. That's how I'm choosing to look at it. I don't have to look at it that way. I can look at it very negatively. I've done that before and it's gotten me nowhere. So we're going to do this now. I have been calling myself a realist, but I'm usually pessimistic. And that's not healthy, because you are what you think. And that can seep into every aspect of your life, not just how you look at maybe getting a job, but how you really look at yourself. And this year I'm trying to be more intentional with how I speak to myself and how I look at situations and really how I treat myself, because that shapes everything. In the Bible it talks about taking your thoughts captive, and that's really, really what I want to do. I'm going to take my thoughts captive and not let them run away, because what I mean by that, and I'll explain, because some of you might be like, what? What's she talking about? Have you ever been sitting and all of a sudden you think of something awful that happened to you a couple of years ago? And all of a sudden that thought's running away, you're going through all of this in your head, and it puts you in a weird mood. Taking your thoughts captive means that the moment that pops into your head, you're like, nope, not doing it. And you push it away. You're like, I'm not going there. I don't have to go there. I have control of this. That's what I mean by taking your thoughts captive. I hope that explained it. And with that little explanation, I did want to let you all know, can y'all hear that rain? Oh my gosh. Because we needed more rain. My mud was getting a little dry. Anyway, I got a little scatterbrained. I am going to be doing videos on this channel, changing up the content a little bit, about how I'm being more intentional in my walk with God. I'm going to be doing Bibles, Bible tabs, journaling pens, things that I use on a day-to-day basis. What book of the Bible I'm reading, Bible studies that I'm going through, words of the day, words of encouragement for the day, things like that. I don't know what day that's going to go up. I'm thinking about calling it Worship Wednesday and doing it on Wednesday. If you all like that idea, let me know. I'm definitely not one of those people that if you do not believe like me, that I'm going to force that on you. So don't think that that's going to be what that is. This is just something that I really enjoy and would like to share with you all and really turn it into a discussion. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm really, really excited about it. And back to the finances. Wow, I didn't say that this year was going to be all about focus, didn't I? Back to the finances. This year, John and I really want to start saving and getting out of debt, and we want to buy land in this area or somewhere near here and buy a home, and we don't want to get out of debt and go right back into debt with a mortgage. So that's kind of what we're focusing on this year, is being consistent with our debt snowball, our savings, and all of that good jazz. So that's a big goal for us this year, is to really get our finances lined out. And I put this little snippet at the end. Reason being, when you hear New Year's resolution, usually what you think about is losing weight. And I had a whole channel dedicated to doing keto and getting healthy, and I did great for a while, and I hit a wall. I was no longer consistent after that. And I truly just didn't like myself, and I wasn't talking to myself well, and I hated the process. I hated the way I was feeling. It felt more like a punishment than something I was doing to try to get healthy. It was miserable. And one thing that I ran into was, when you are struggling financially and you're kind of in between what you're doing and what you're not doing, and where you're going and what you're not doing, focusing on a diet can get like really overwhelming. And I don't think diet mentality is healthy. I have struggled with emotional and binge eating for as long as I can remember. And this year I'm going to be more intentional about how I look at food. I'm not going on a diet, y'all. This year I'm focusing on health and what that looks like for me. I will leave my videos about my diagnosis in the description box below. That's on my other channel. I'll leave all of those videos down there. That way you guys can go check them out. But this year is different. It's not going to be like that channel. This is how I'm choosing to eat. I'm not saying I won't eat this, I won't eat that. You know, this is bad for you, or this is bad for you, because that creates a negative space in my head. Because when I think, okay, this is bad for me, I tend to internalize that as, if I eat this, that makes me a bad person. And I never realized I did that until I was watching a Instagram story from a girl that I know from back home. I went to school with her sister, and she is recovering from an eating disorder. She was anorexic, and her Instagram is all about her ED recovery. And she had done a full Instagram story about what to say around the holidays and things like that. And she had mentioned that by perpetuating this idea that a certain food is bad, what often happens with people that triggers an eating disorder is they tend to internalize that and think, okay, if I eat that, I'm bad. And it clicked in me immediately. I'm like, I never knew that's what I was doing. And so that has changed my entire mindset on how to really approach health and wellness and what that looks like for me. So this year, it's all about eating what makes me feel good. I'm going to eat what makes my body feel good. Not emotionally feel good, because that's a whole different set of food. But eating what makes my body feel good, what fuels me. And not eating what makes me feel like junk. Simple. And I'm going to start exercising. And prior, I saw exercise as a punishment for what I had eaten. And now I'm shifting the way I think about it and doing exercises that don't feel like exercises. There is a couple of classes that go on in the center near where I live. And there's a pound class and a fight for fitness class or something like that. And I've gone to the fight for fitness. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's the class I had went to, and it kicked my butt. And that was before Adriana got sick. But I went to that class with a girl that I go to church with, and I'm going to be going to those classes. And I'm really excited about it because it doesn't feel like a traditional workout. It doesn't feel like a punishment. I felt amazing after that class, and let me tell you, It was hard. Like, there was one point where I had just gotten too hot because the heat was on, that I had to stop for I think 2 songs and go in the bathroom and cool off because I almost fainted. But I was so over the moon when I left that class. I just felt good. And that's what getting healthy is to me now, is just what makes your body feel good. And going into mental health, because I did touch on this a little bit earlier, how you speak to yourself. That's part of getting healthy. I have always negatively spoken to myself. I even told my husband that I didn't think that there could be anyone in the world that disliked me more than I disliked myself. And that was very true. And it's something I'm still working on, because I have struggled with my weight and things like that. And so I struggle with multiple insecurities, and I'm just ready to break that. I'm ready to be a happier version of myself. And I'm ready for my personality to finally come out. And that was another thing. Most of my videos that you have seen on this channel have been a version of my personality. But y'all, I'm much more than that. And I think it comes along with getting comfortable with the camera, which I am kind of comfortable with the camera for the most part. But I am very neutral in a way. And some of y'all might be watching my videos going, you think you're neutral? Okay. Just know that this, for me, is neutral. Y'all, it might be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but for me, this is a very new... My camera stopped recording. I can't really remember exactly where I was, but I'm sure it had something to do with my neutral tone, which is changing. Some content's going to be changed on here. I have a product review coming for you guys that I am really, really excited about. I've got to film a few more clips for it. I've been testing this out for a little while now, and I really want to give you a good review on it. So that's coming. Another video that is coming out is kind of my tips for creating New Year's intentions and goals. So stay tuned for that. If you all genuinely like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I hope you guys are having a beautifully blessed evening, morning, noon, night, no matter what time it is, wherever you are when you're watching this. I hope it's blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. What was this? Girl, get it together.